guys, it's Linda Hopson back with you, your hashtag online BFF. And this is video number 28 out of 35 for my 7-day challenge. And in the last video, I talked about law of attraction and what it meant to me and kind of explained it a little bit. And, you know, I know there's a lot of naysayers out there, but you know, there I'm sure always will be. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the law of attraction and how it works with a lot of people, even if they don't call it the law of attraction. I have talked a lot about in the videos that I'm making this book that I have really liked and am taking to heart and mind in my business and personal life. And it is called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. And he is a plastic surgeon, if just kind of reminding you of who he is. He's a plastic surgeon. And he started writing this book actually because people would come to him about, you know, if they had something that was really hurting their self-esteem. You know, maybe their nose was a little too big, or they were in an accident and they had bad scars from the accident. And he started kind of seeing the results of when he took away that limitation. There were some people who actually it really helped because they had a positive attitude, and then there were some people who still viewed themselves with that abnormality that was causing the problem in the first place. Even though he had fixed it, they still saw themselves as that person from before, and so their self-esteem didn't increase, and they still had issues with that. And he kind of goes on to in what I want to talk about today later in the book, he talks about what he calls that winning feeling. And I want to read just a little excerpt from it, and then talk a little bit more about the law of attraction and the winning feeling. And the introduction, it's chapter 14, How to Get That Winning Feeling. Your automatic creative mechanism is teleological. That is, it operates in terms of goals and end results. Once you give it a definite goal to achieve, you can depend on its automatic guidance system to take you to that goal much better than you ever could by conscious thought. You supply the goal by thinking in terms of end results. Your automatic mechanism then supplies the means whereby. If your muscles need to perform some motion to bring about the end result, your automatic mechanism will guide them much more accurately and delicately than you could by taking thought. If you need ideas, your automatic mechanism will supply them. Think in terms of possibilities. But to accomplish this, you must supply the goal, and to supply a goal capable of activating your creative mechanism, you must think of the end result in terms of a present possibility. The possibility of the goal must be seen so clearly that it becomes real to your brain and nervous system, so real in fact that the same feelings are evoked as would be present if the goal were already achieved. And that's exactly what I was talking about in the previous video, is that, you know, whatever the goal is, whether it's something tangible like a new car, or if it's a goal in your business or your personal life, you need to visualize it as if it's already happened, that it is a present possibility, and have that same feeling. You have to evoke that feeling you would have because it's already done. And he actually goes on with several examples of professionals, professional athletes, himself being a surgeon, where they visualize themselves. He talks about a golfer, and I forgot which golfer he mentioned, but he talks about a professional golfer who was kind of like having a bad time. You know, he's kind of in a slump. And then one day he was kind of getting ready. He was getting ready for a big tournament, and he got up and he just felt different. He felt like, you know, I'm really going to do well in this tournament. And he started visualizing himself hitting the ball and it going into the hole without many strokes. You know, he just kept visualizing that over and over and over again, and evoking that feeling of, cool, it went into the hole, with so many strokes or whatever. And he wound up going on to win the tournament, because when it was time for him to hit the ball, he let that memory, he let that visualization and that feeling he had take over. And he didn't overthink what he was doing. He just let those thoughts take over, and he wound up winning the tournament. And he goes on to uses a lot of athletic examples with athletes, because it's just a good example of winning. But it doesn't necessarily have to be just with athletics. It can be in business. It can be in life, that you have that winning feeling. And if you haven't won, quote unquote, won in the particular thing that you're wanting, I'm building my business. I haven't gotten to the goals that I've set going forward. So I visualize it already happening. I evoke that happiness and that winning feeling, and I let it happen. I am open to whatever creativity pops in my head. The universe is sometimes, criticized, but a lot of times it's because those people that were maybe trying it and then they say it doesn't work. They weren't really open to what the universe had provided for them to get to whatever they're wanting to achieve, whether it be a car or winning a golf tournament or whatever it may be. That, like I said in the last video, it's not just going to show up in your driveway. What happens is when you align yourself with the energy and you have that winning feeling, the law of attraction is the universe is going to put things in your path, that you are going to have things attracted to you that will help you accomplish that goal, whether it be an idea that pops in your head, whether it be somebody you meet and start up a conversation and something just, you just get this revelation of, what you need to do to get that particular thing done. Whether it be a book you need to read, the universe will put those things in your path, but you have to be open to it. If you go into the law of attraction not believing and just say, okay, I'm just gonna think about this and I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna, visualize it to the nth degree and I'm gonna have the feeling. Sometimes that doesn't work. Just that. You have to be open-minded. You have to be open to those things that the law of attraction and the universe is putting in your path to accomplish those things. If you close your mind to that, you're still not going to get those things done, or you're going to struggle to get whatever it takes to get done to achieve the goal. And so he actually talks about just, having that winning feeling. If you haven't had it, think about something you were really good at in the past. Say you were really good in, math class. And, you excelled in that, and your teacher was just, kids were calling you brown noser because the teacher just loved you because you just got math and you were acing every test. And, you didn't care what, people said because you were just so, you were just happy that you were accomplishing this thing. And, or maybe you're really good, like in his example, you're really good at golf and you had that perfect game with, low scores and, there were holes in one and you were just going along, you had your best game ever. Think of that feeling and bring that feeling up as you're visualizing your new goal, whatever it may be. Maybe you're a great golfer, but now you want to accomplish something in business that's completely unrelated to golf. But you can still evoke those feelings from when you accomplished something before. And it's going to help you have better, higher self-esteem. You're going to be able to visualize that goal and feel those feelings, and things are going to start happening almost magically in your life to align your path towards achieving that goal. And I wish you all success. I believe in you, and I will see you in the next video.